What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Technical Analysis Masterclass. This is going to be video 3. I'm going to teach you how to identify and capitalize on reversals. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so please do not make investments based on what I say in these videos, okay? This video could potentially make you a lot of money if you learn this stuff, if you memorize it, and if you put it in action. This video is brought to you by Bing X. They're a wonderful exchange where you can trade spot, you can trade leverage, and you can trade hundreds of different cryptocurrencies. So check them out at my link below. I've been partnered with them for 3 years. So check this out. Bitcoin on the daily. All right. So it's in an expanding wedge. That's what it's in. All right. You have one touch point, second touch point, missed by a little bit there, third touch point. Okay, now to the top side for the resistance, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. That means this level is established and this level is established. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. That's the pattern that it's making. I drew this pattern when Bitcoin made its local low at 49K, and it is playing out nicely. So that's that. Now, how to identify a reversal. So you can use this with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, with Solana, with meme coins, with stocks, with Forex, with anything. All right. So I'm going to draw out the most common reversal patterns that you're going to see. I'm going to tell you when you enter, and I mean, your take profit is really up to you, but you have to enter on the retest and not the breakout. And if you know what that means, great. This will just be like brushing up on some things. But if you don't know what entering on the retest means and not the breakout, then you're going to learn a lot. All right. So playing a reversal is one of my favorite things to do. You see the price skyrocket, right? Especially on Solana the first day or two. And then you get that Solana sell-off of 80%. It happens on almost every single coin, okay? So you get an 80% pullback. And then how do you know when to enter? Well, first off, you got to identify, is the community 100%? Are they riding for their bags? Is this a fly-by-night project that you want to stay away from? Or is it something that you could see having longevity? All right. So first off, when you have that downtrend, right away, I'd be drawing this line right off the bat. Okay. So that's your top side resistance level. And that gives you a good idea of when the reversal might be starting. Okay. So it breaks through and then it forms a reversal pattern. So what are the reversal patterns to look out for? Well, one that happens a lot in crypto is a inverse head and shoulders. So you got left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline, breaks through, retests, and continues upward. All right. So this is the neckline. On this chart, it'd be 106,000. All right, so this is the downtrend right here. Downtrend. Inverse head and shoulders. Breakout and retest, but we'll just say retest. Right there. Okay, so the retest is where you would enter. All right, so for this pattern, it happens a lot. I see it a lot more frequently than a double bottom, but you have left shoulder right there. So it's just a lower low, and then you have the lower high at the neckline, and then a lower low again for the head. Comes up to the neckline, doesn't create another lower high, actually comes up to the same level. That's where the neckline is. Now, a lot of times they're perfectly straight across, but sometimes you will see an inverted head and shoulders where this is like way up here and this one is just down here. And so in that case, your neckline actually would be diagonal like that. But for the sake of simplicity, this is what we're going to draw, okay? And then you have right shoulder right here, and then it goes up to the neckline. If it's a successful reversal pattern, comes up to the neckline at 106, breaks above it on increasing volume, comes back to the retest. So it's flipping old resistance into new support. Old resistance, new support. Old resistance, new support. That's a bullish reversal after a downtrend, okay? And then the retest is right there. This is the retest. I'll do it in pink. This is the retest right here. That's where you would enter your trade. That's where you would long or you would buy tokens. You don't buy right here on the breakout. Don't do that, because it could be a false breakout and just fail back to the downside, all right? So you wait for it to come up above that resistance level, which is just the neckline, and you wait for it to come back and bounce. So you wait for that bounce off of the neckline, and that's when you would enter. All right, so double bottom, you got a downtrend, lower low, comes up to the neckline, doesn't make a lower low, comes up to the neckline, breaks through, retests, continues upward. Okay, so now our neckline is going to be at 108, roughly. Remember, it's never exact. It's always a zone or a range. Let's make this price action green. Sure. So we have this downtrend. We have a lower low, lower high, and then not a lower low. It fails to make a lower low. That's why it's a double bottom. So each bottom is at the same price level over here. Each bottom is at the same level, okay? Bam. So it bounces up to the neckline, bounces up to the neckline. This time it breaks it. Remember, this is the breakout. This is real game right here, by the way. This is how you actually make money in trading. This is the breakout. Right here and above is the retest and the bounce, all right? So you would enter right here. You would enter on that bounce of the neckline. That is a double bottom, remember that. What else? There's actually a lot, but there's only about 5 or 6 that you commonly see. So this is an Adam and Eve, similar to a double bottom. You got downtrend, V-shaped recovery, followed by a rounded bottom, break above old resistance, flip it to new support, continue up. Now the neckline on this, where would it be? I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds. Where is the neckline on this pattern? If you said right here at 108, you are correct. So you got the first bottom is a V-shaped recovery. So it's a V followed by a rounded bottom, okay? V followed by a semicircle. This is after a downtrend, and it's letting you know, hey, price might pick back up here. And you're watching for volume to increase around this section right here, around the breakout. So, man, I love talking TA. I can do it forever. So this is the breakout section. This is the retest in pink, all right? Right here, this is where you would enter. So you get the breakout above the neckline at 108. Okay, now you gotta wait for it to come back. If it doesn't come back, I wouldn't risk entering it, because a lot of them, not a lot of them, some of them will break above this neckline and just keep going. It won't even bother with a retest, you know, if it's super strong or like a macro event or like a breaking news. Sometimes it doesn't do the retest, but most times it will. If it doesn't retest, I won't even enter. That's just me. But this is where you would enter on this Adam and Eve pattern, okay? What else do we got? Well, there is obviously the triple bottom. Same thing as a double bottom, just 3 bottoms instead of 2. Neckline at like 107.6. Let's get the price action in green. And you have bottom, bottom, bottom all at the same level, comes up to the neckline at the same level, 107.6, and then a breakout right here, comes back for the retest, and you would enter right here. The retest and the bounce. That is a triple bottom. Another possible pattern you can have, and I'm telling you, you don't have a reversal without one of these patterns. So the next one that you have, sometimes, this happens more frequently in volatile markets like crypto and not so much like your stocks, your high market cap stocks, but a lot more in crypto. So you have a downtrend and then say, I don't know, breaking news, or maybe the community is just so like hardcore, or maybe there's a big buy, like a whale drops 100 racks on it or something like that. You have a downtrend and then bam, just a reversal, just a V-shaped recovery. And a lot of times there is a retest. And where would the retest be? Well, there's going to be some price action back here where price had bounced off of in the past. So maybe it respected it as resistance going up, broke through, and then acted as support. That's like too steep, obviously. It wouldn't be that steep. But it would act as resistance and then support as an established level in the past. So you'd have to look left and find the major level. But yeah, you have a V-shaped recovery, breaks out. So this is the, it's kind of cool. Green for up, red for down, pink for down. This right here is the breakout in yellow. That's the breakout, but that's not where you would enter. You would enter all right, blue is the breakout. And right here is the retest and the bounce. We'll make that purple. Okay, so retest, bounce. That's called a V-shaped recovery. What other reversal patterns are there? So those are our reversal candlestick patterns. And you want to look at them on a higher time frame if possible. And I'm going to show you some real world examples. I didn't prepare this, so I'm just scanning and looking for something. All right, so you have a downtrend right here. So you got lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low right here, lower high, but it failed to make a lower low. All right, now what pattern is this right here? So this is, you're correct, it's an inverse head and shoulders. You got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And this is one of those weird ones where the neckline is actually at an angle. So that's where the neckline is on that. Put in yellow. And so let's dissect this, all right? This is on the daily, so this took like weeks to play out. But if you can identify, like, okay, we got the left shoulder, okay, we got this point right here. So if you're looking at the price action just from here, you just have the left shoulder and the head, you could maybe, you can maybe speculate that some sort of pattern is forming. But it won't be confirmed until you have that right shoulder. And then you have this huge green candle from 61.5 to 66.2. That's the breakout candle. And look at, like I told you, look at this volume candle, right? Or this volume bar right here. Or candle, I guess. Big volume on the breakout. Just what I was telling you guys about, okay? Now let's break this down on the 4 hour. Cool. All right, so tight. So you have left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is the neckline right here. It's diagonal, roughly at the 63K mark. You have a breakout right here on coinciding volume. This would be the retest right here. It didn't really pull back for the retest all the way. because it was just moving so strongly. But this is the retest right there. So that one, I probably would have missed it because I want to wait for that retest. So that's what I'll be looking at right there. So inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You got the breakout, kind of like a half-assed retest, and then it continued upward. So let's find some more examples of reversals. Oh, another pattern that you'll see sometimes is just an equilateral triangle. So you have a downtrend and then you have price coiling like that. So resistance level to the top side, support to the bottom. Now, many times this is actually a bearish continuation pattern, but if it does break out, so you're watching this resistance level, if it breaks out, comes back, retests, and springs from that, you can enter on that retest. But don't enter on the breakout, especially on a pattern like this. So a lot of times you'll see a triangle forming at the bottom. And so you draw your resistance level, you draw your support level, you watch for the breakout on coinciding volume, and then you wait for the retest to enter, which is right there. Like this is an example, this is the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. This is an example of a V-shaped recovery right here. So you got this downtrend from 70K to 49K, and then it just recovers in the pattern of a V. There's no double bottom, there's no inverse head and shoulders, it just recovered like crazy. And it found support at this level right here. This was the retest and bounce at 54.8. Oh, would you look at that? There's support going back. So you would have known that support was there if you had your level drawn perfectly. So this is all I'm going to give you guys today. Hopefully you're learning a ton. I know you're learning a ton. It brings me joy to help educate you guys and teach you everything that I've learned in 4 years of trading. So put a like and comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, or if you want me to go over anything, because I'm really just like winging this stuff on the fly. But I'm trying to show you real world examples that will apply to trading memes, trading Forex, trading whatever, man. You can trade anything with a price attached to it. So love you guys so much. See you for the next video. Peace.